Hello, everybody. So you might have seen on my profile that I am hosting an event this Sunday, May 7th, a night of Buffyverse Multiverse tarot readings. So what I wanted to do today is a little anonymous community reading. What I have done is I have a little bowl with names in it and the names of people who have said that they were open to having an anonymous community reading on social media. So I picked a name, and so this person, I'm going to be reading for them and their energy and a topic that they wanted me to look at. So today's topic is money and financial stability. So yeah, this is like I'm reading someone specific for this transmission, but also, it could be the message could be resonant for, you know, different people listening. And yeah, you can kind of get a sense of how I do these readings. So on Sunday, I'm going to be debuting a new Buffy tarot deck called The Chosen Many. But today, I'm not going to be revealing that one just yet. How the reading is going to work today is I'm going to tune into this person's energy. And right now, I'm really about the heart. So everything that I'm doing is about, um, heart healing, everything to do with heart healing, whether it's like heartbreak, heart strengthening, heart deepening, following your heart, leading with the heart. Everything, is about the heart for me right now. Part of the technology, the quantum communication style and technology that I'm using is I'm going to be looking at the heart. So I'm going to be tuning in energetically to this person's heart, seeing what's going on with your heart in relationship to this topic. And then I'm going to pull a card from this beautiful Buffy deck. It's so pretty. So this is a new Buffy tarot deck that has been recently released a couple months ago, and it's so pretty. So I'm going to be pulling a card for this person as sort of like a message of guidance. Um, yeah, and then at the end, I'm gonna do a little because at the event on Sunday, we're gonna be also listening to Buffering the Vampire Slayer music based on the kinds of themes that come up in the tarot reading. So I'm gonna offer a little something to listen to from the Buffering musical repertoire. I tried to say that word fancily, and I don't know if I failed, but here we go. Um, okay. So first I'm going to tune into this person's energy and what's going on with the heart. Yeah, so what the heart looks like to me is there looks like there's pressure around it. It's clenched. It's like tight. And I kind of see there's ribbons around it, sort of if like this is the heart and there's like a ribbon around it and it's sort of like yeah, it's making the heart like really yeah, it's really really tight and really clenched. Um and so it looks like yeah, it's hard to breathe. It's hard for the heart to breathe like this. It doesn't have the space to like fully, express itself or even feel safe. And so it's like clenching up like this. And it's interesting that I'm seeing ribbons. There are ribbons that are clenching around the heart. And like, yeah, I'm seeing like different colors of ribbons. There's like a purple ribbon, there's a yellow ribbon, there's a blue ribbon. So, I don't know. Yeah, you might have different associations with the different colors. But for me, if I were to offer an interpretation in terms of the colors, the purple is about intuition. The yellow is about personal power and confidence. And the blue is about communication, your throat, and your ability to express yourself. So the ribbons, I think the colors are sort of like giving an idea of the problem and the solution. You know what I mean? So when it's purple, it's like the thing that purple is sort of on this spectrum of fear and intuition. So anybody who has, is an intuitive person, like we all have to deal with this, right? We all have to kind of figure out like where's my fear and where's my intuition and what's the difference between the two, because sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. So there's a little bit of like discernment around like your own personal discernment and like where is that line for you? Where is that balance? And how do you understand your own kind of internal signals that tell you which is which, right? Because if you lean into like if you let yourself be led by fear in the situation, that leads to the tightening. And what loosens it up is like allowing your intuition to really guide you to where your solutions are. Kind of same with the yellow is about like your personal power, your confidence. Um, Yellow is, it is about power and how we use power, right? And so you could be using your power to control things too much, and that would lead to the tightening. Or you could use your power to really be creative and uplift your confidence and your self-worth as you move forward. Um, the blue, yeah, your ability to express yourself, the narratives that you're telling yourself. Yeah, one of my mentors a long time ago, just remembering it now, Leah Lakshmi Piepsna Samarasena, she's like, don't tell yourself scary stories. So that's what the blue looks like. It's like when you tell yourself scary stories about what's going to happen to you, it's the tightening and allowing yourself to really freely express and express yourself honestly, have like honest conversations about like what's really going on with you, expressing yourself honestly with the people around you and what's bugging you, what's hard for you, where you need support. Like that is what kind of lifts the untangles the ribbons and allows your heart to breathe a little bit more freely. So, the topic of money and stability. What what I see is you in a particular scenario where you're like, okay, financial stability. Let me do the like the financially stable thing. I see you in like like I don't know if it's a 9 to 5 or just something with a steady paycheck, something that's consistent. You know where you're going every day. But like this version of you is very unhappy. Um, you're bored. You're not inspired. You don't really love the people you work with. They don't really, it's not a fun place for you to work. It's not like you enjoy seeing the people who are around you every day. And in this scenario, I see you kind of like looking out the window and you're looking at yourself. You see, when you look out the window, you see yourself and you're like, um, you're you're kicking ass. You're doing something that you really love doing. You're enjoying yourself. You're in your element. You feel alive. You feel like creative. You feel like there's this life force coming out of you, and you're really good at it. It's like there's a part of you that is like what you're good at. You know what you want to do and you know what you're good at and you know what's going to bring you joy in life. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of like when Buffy's working at the Double Meat Palace. That's what it feels like. She's just like, oh, I'm so bored. Yes, it's a steady paycheck, but I'm looking out and I'm watching myself slaying. And like that's where I'm really happy. It's what I'm good at. It's what I'm good at. It's what makes me feel alive. And as we know from the series, it's like the reasons why Buffy doesn't like slaying is the conditions around it. It's part of this system that has made her disposable, her and her ancestors disposable, and and she doesn't get paid. So I feel like there's something that's kind of like crossroads that you're hitting here is that like I know what I love to do, but how am I going to get paid for it? Kind of thing. Um, yeah. So the card that I pulled from this deck is Cordelia, and she's a chariot here. And the message is basically like, be the bitch you want to see in the world. So, like, when I pulled this card, right away, the first thing that popped into my mind was the scene from Angel, the series. I think it might have even been like the first or second episode, where Cordelia literally she walks into Angel's office and she's like, um, you're gonna hire me. Actually, you already have hired me for this job. Yes, now there is this job of like office assistant that you need me to do, that your business needs of me, and I'm gonna do it, and this is my salary, and these are my benefits, and these are my vacation days. And she basically like just like walks into Angel's office and tells him that he has hired her, and this is how much she's gonna get paid. So there is something here about like such a like the confidence, the self-worth that she has. Whereas in that scenario where Buffy's like, "Oh, I love slaying, but like how am I ever going to get paid for that?" Cordelia's like, "Well, I'm not a cry Buffy. Okay, if I want to get paid for something, I'm going to tell this person exactly what I'm worth and I'm going to get paid for it." So this energy really feels like someone who's like creating the job that they want for themselves in the world, exactly where they want it, with who they want to work with, and deciding how they want to get paid for it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what, this person's situation is. This feels like yeah, getting the promotion that you want, like demanding that. Or it might mean the entrepreneurial passion that you have. It's like really owning and knowing for yourself that this creative thing that I do that I'm really good at, it is valuable and it is worth something to people in the community, and it deserves to have like a price on it that will allow me to get paid for what I give. Um, or just, yeah, different kinds of scenarios that just has you really leaning into your worth and your confidence and your creativity and your knowing of like, yeah, I want to feel good like this. I want to feel good in my body like Cordelia feels good in my body. Like I know what I'm worth and I'm going to get it. It almost reminds me of that time that like, I don't know if you watch The Office, but that time that Pam, somebody walked in and they're like, who's your office administrator? And Pam's like, I'm the office administrator. And she basically just like created a job for herself and was like, yeah, this is my salary. So, yeah, so to kind of tie everything together, the fear intuition thing, it's like your fear might tell you that the reliable paycheck is the thing that will get you the financial stability that you want, but how stable is it really if it's going to make you miserable? And your intuition is guiding you towards like what is actually going to be your best asset in um, generating the stability and the resources that you want is your confidence, your worth, your creativity, and your ability to know what you need and want and know that you deserve it and make it happen for yourself. This chariot energy is very like, make it happen. What does Riley say? Like, make the plan, execute the plan. Exactly like that. So, lastly, if we're going to do buffering musical chairs, we got to listen to the Cordelia jingle. So, listen to the Cordelia jingle and get inspired by that. All right. Until next time.